When you hear about Ibeju Lekki, what is the very first thing that comes into your mind? Is it a question of it is far, it will take decades before anything happens there? I mean, you can't earn any high return on your investment until decades. Different kind of stuff pop up in people's mind when they hear Ibeju Lekki. Are you such a person? Do you have such pop-ups in your mind when you hear the name Ibeju Lekki, or you're that set of people who says, oh, Ibeju Lekki is a good investment opportunity for me, or in 4 or 5 years time I'll be reaping, I need to put my money to work for me there, and etc, etc. Which category do you fall into? Hi guys, hello. So yay, welcome to this YouTube channel once again. Thank you for joining me today, and I'm super delighted to have you with me today. So yeah, I don't know if it's morning, it's afternoon, or evening, so I want to say good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are watching me from. Yes, my name remains Goodness Usman, and of course I am your Fab Lady Realtor for Nigeria Realty 24/7. Yes, so speaking about Ibeju Lekki, really, which category are you? Are you in that category that feels that nothing will happen in another decade there in Ibeju Lekki? Are you in that category that say, oh, refinery, it will not get built until 2035 or 2040? All sorts, because I've heard all sorts. But whichever category you are, I hope that just a bit of the tips I want to talk about today will convince you to invest more in Ibeju Lekki. Particularly, this video is about the opportunity to own a titled land, a C of O land in Ibeju Lekki. Now, a lot of you have called me that you want to buy. Of course, I have preached the gospel. I have said and I've warned that nobody should buy a property in Ibeju Lekki without a very favorable title. Did you hear me? I say very favorable title. There are some titles that are tied to Orienu. They cannot verify it. I mean, the title they can verify. So if it's an excision, if it's a gazette or a C of O, you should be able to verify it. But at least most of the time, a C of O. So today, I want to tell you about very small slots that is available in 2 estates that are located in Ibeju Lekki. Now, the good thing about these properties is that I like their location. They're not very far from the road. They're not very far from the Dangote Refinery area. In fact, I have talked about these estates before, and they both have said it is sold out. But because I've had some requests back and forth, and I've keep saying that to the MDs, I know you guys have your reserve, give me some out of it and let me give it to people. So hey, even before I made this video, I just sold 2 plots in each of these estates. So I said, you know what, since they're giving me this slot, let me just do a video quickly on it, because initially I wanted to should I do a video or not? Let me just keep it small within my circle. But I'm like, okay, maybe I'm not be able to have the time to reach out to everybody. I might not reach out to everybody, and there might be somebody out there who is yet to even patronize me, but also needs this land. So hence why I am doing this video. Hey, like I said, you have the opportunity to own a C of O land. So I'll give you the details in a short while. But before I do that, let me talk about Ibeju Lekki now. See, the truth is, Ibeju Lekki is one of the most sought after location for investment for smart investors like you. And what is happening right there in Ibeju Lekki is so vast. I mean, the rate of development, infrastructure is being provided in several places in Ibeju Lekki right now is really amazing. I mean, I love the speed. The one that amazed me so much, apart from the Dangote Refinery, is the Lekki DC port. Guys, I mean, 2 years ago when they came to the current governor of Lagos State, Sanwo-Olu, came to talk about this property, this infrastructure, and that they have signed with the Chinese and all of that. I was like, even me, I was a bit skeptical that maybe in another 5 years or thereabout. But ladies and gentlemen, every time I go to Ibeju Lekki and I take a stop at that particular point, I see the level of work that is ongoing there, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, is this a joke? Is it that these guys work day and night? I think they work day and night. I'm not sure. I've not got day and night. But what I'm saying is that the level of speed, the level at which this project construction is ongoing, I mean the speed at which they are operating, it means that whatever you have read on the news is right. Like they said that they will kick off path operation in this 2022. Same thing with the Dangote Refinery, right? Of course, you know that Dangote Refinery is not just the only industry owned by Dangote. We have the petrochemical, we have the fertilizer, etc. Now all of these things all of these things coming into realization before 2025, Ibeju Lekki is going to be in full-blown operation. By the way, there are operations going on already. We have Indomie, these guys will produce Indomie. We have Kellogg Nigeria. We have quite a number of companies who are already producing stuff from Ibeju Lekki and servicing Ekpe, all of this as is downward Aja. Yes, you heard me right. There are so many tank farms already in Ibeju Lekki. There are so many international investors who are already owned. They've taken proper place in Ibeju Lekki. Name it, Nigerians, even the Nigerian investors. Start with the banks, with the manufacturers. So many who are already situated in Ibeju Lekki, they've positioned themselves rightly. Just because we don't see some of these operations yet does not mean that people have not invested there. And that is why you should know when we tell you that. Why you should also know that this is true is when we tell you that lands are becoming very, 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 very scarce in Ibeju Lekki. Why? Because they have bought it 5 years ago, 3 years ago. Some are still buying it now, and that's why it's becoming more dangerous for you not to buy a property in Ibeju Lekki that does not have title. So I hope you get the gist now. So yes, speaking about the opportunity open, is in 2 estates. Perfection Estates, where we have the 5 years payment plan housing scheme, which by the way is still on, and in fact they have a promo. If you buy into the property now, before the Easter period, you're going to get a trip. You're going to win a trip as a client. If you deposit, I'll do a proper video on that and then let you guys know about the promos that are on. A lot of people came to this promo last year and they want so many things. Some want vouchers for weekend getaways in a very luxurious hotel. Some want Dubai trip. Yeah, have clients who want the Dubai trip, and we're just going to go to the Dubai trip this year because we couldn't go last year. So anyway, what I'm saying is they have decided to give me premium 10 plots to sell out. Okay, I know that when MD tells you he gives you premium, I know that there will be one other person that he probably will open that to. You know what I mean? So it means that at the back of my mind, I'm calculating that 10 plots might not be exactly 10 plots. And that's what I'm talking about it. And I've sold 2 out of it. So it may be 8 actually in the whole talk. So remember in my last video, I said they do not have any land for sale anymore. They've closed it. It's just the apartments that are up for sale with the 5 years payment plan. But now I'm coming to you to say, hey, fastest finger thing, please call me, let's reserve the plot. Then they told me it was 16 million naira, but I have to do a lot of. In fact, this person about the 2 plots was the person that made me negotiate, and they agreed that don't do it for 10 million naira. But hey, this is not in a very short window. Okay, so if you don't call me now, if you don't call me before my birthday, so you have to call me now because it was also part of birthday. Also, Richfield. So hey. So if you don't call me now before my birthday, I don't know what will. This will be like a case of oil. So yeah, look at the estate itself. You guys can see it. This is the estate I'm talking about. Anyway, so estate number 2 is Treasure Gardens. Do you remember Treasure Garden? Yes, we saw Treasure Garden last year. I brought Treasure Garden to you guys, and then a lot of people bought it. So yeah, for some people who have not just subscribed there, you've not joined the family, you probably missed out on it. But hey, we showed out Treasure Garden, and we have even allocated, done some batches of allocation. And then because of spirit of birthday, blah blah blah, I went back to the MD and asked, are you truly saying there's no few plots? Because people still come back to say, goodness, we want to buy a C of O land. I have a lot of people who do not buy lands that are not C of O. It's either C of O or nothing. So everybody keep asking, because I keep preaching that even though we're going to Ekpe, Ibeju Lekki is still a place you can own, and everybody's asking me, what's up now? You don't have a C of O land. The other ones, you're not talking about it. And that's why I went back again. So okay, these are the 2 options I have for now. I have to go and beg them and ask. I know that they have a reserve, and then he has decided that he will give me out of the reserve. So hey, ladies and gentlemen, the 2 of them, they are on the same lane. You will get to Treasure before you get to Perfection. So whichever one works for you more, you will buy at 10 million naira, 500 square meter. And please, this is between now and when the offer finish. So what I mean is, if 2 days after this video, somebody called me and buy 3 plots, and the other person buy 5 plots, put it on here. Or somebody calls me and buy the 08 plots, you are finished. Or 4 people call me and buy 2 plots, you are finished and done. I remind you again, the title is the Sea of Woe. The location is Oshoroko in Ibeju Lekki, about 10 minutes drive from the less than 10 minutes drive actually from the Dangote Refinery. I've done a lot of video about this estate, so I'm sure that if you're watching me now, you will know what I'm talking about. You will remember, some of you remember this particular estate. I know I've talked to some people who say, okay, they wait till when they are in town to buy, which is fine, but if you have the resources now. I want you to call me and let's reserve these plots. Now, take advantage. Honestly, this is an advantage. We're already selling the Ibeju Lekki as this at 16 million naira. And so you're getting an opportunity to buy at 10 million naira COV in Ibeju Lekki after Dangote Refinery. This is a sweet deal as far as I'm concerned. But again, it depends on you, it depends on your budget right now and where you are buying. I encourage you to buy 2 plots minimum for yourself. If you call me, we can discuss the payment terms. They're actually not giving me that window for payment term, but you know me, right? So call me, let's discuss. But please, do not have back in your mind that you have Olojo Gbogboro payment plan. I mean, long-term payment plan. I won't be able to fight for that one. But we can see something maybe around 6 months, thereabout. 3 months, of course, is outright. They cannot do anything on that one. But maybe 6 months, but just call me. You know, these conversations, when you call me, I look at what works for you, what you're doing, how much you want to deposit. See, if you want to deposit 5 million naira and you want to spread if you're buying 2 plots and you want to spread the balance for 6 months, 8 months, 12 months, we can always negotiate it. So it depends on you, what you have, and I know that everybody's unique. They have peculiarity to what your purse is, what your budget is right now. So that's why I'm not saying a particular thing. So if you call me, we can also have the conversation, and then I will see how I can help you get what is tailored, what is going to be convenient for you. But please don't come and meet me and say Olojo Gbogboro will not work. What I mean by Olojo Gbogboro is long-term payment plan. Sorry, I'm a Yoruba woman. You guys already know me, right? All right. So thank you so much for watching the video once again. My name remains Goodness Usman. Of course, I am your Fab Lady Realtor for Nigeria Realty 24/7. So hey, hurry up and give me a call, and don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel and turn on your notification button to remain blessed, awesome, amazing, just the way you are. Thank you, and I say what?